All right, I am currently in the office and we have a TV here, and this TV has not worked for probably, I want to say 3 years. We used to have it up there on the wall, and one of the days I came in and I had a double image. I had a ghost image of one of the lines on top of everything else. It was really frustrating because TV is only like 3 years old. So let's take a look here. So what we've got here is we have the main controller board over here to our left, and then we have the second board here. So this is the power supply. We have the second board here that is controlling each one of these pieces of the LCD panel. Now this is for what would be the right-hand side if you're looking at it, and this is for the left-hand side. So I went through, I know that I've got an issue with the clock, and if you look at the board here, we'll get her to focus. You can see right in here, wow. Here we go. Right in here, got a bunch of letters, okay? And you can see that some of those say CKV2, and I apologize, it's super small and I am a little bit shaky. I don't have a camera mount. But those correspond, they're called clock lines, and they correspond with this side and the other side. What's super nice about all of this is I was able to take and find most of this information on YouTube. There was a guy who talked about fixing a TV just like this. So what I've done is, with an LCD monitor, there's communication left to right and top to bottom, okay? And what we've got is we have a short somewhere in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna block those clock lines on this side, which is the left. Notice this is gonna be our left over here. I'm gonna block those with a piece of tape so that they stop communicating, because somewhere there's a short. I'm just gonna blindly block one of them. I did take my tester, which is this guy here, and you can see right here, I went through and I marked the individual lines, and what I did is I set my tester down on one of these points here, and then I ran the other side along this until it beeped. And we tried to put this piece of tape in here the other day, and I marked it, and that is a pretty difficult challenge. You can see that where I had originally marked on the board here, I was off because I went back through and I retested, and starting there from right to left, those are the lines that I need to block. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pull this all apart. I'm gonna show you guys that, and we'll see if we can get this TV working again. Right now, I think just moving that tape over there, I don't know which one is the exact one that's wrong. If I was really working on this, I would take a razor blade and cut that out and figure out exactly which line, which is what I probably need to do. But I think the rain stopped. Maybe I'll go outside and pull my razor blade out of the truck. But let's get that moved over, and let's see whether or not that improves. Okay, so just a quick update here. Obviously, iPhones are not designed to take close-up video, but you can see where I placed that piece of tape, and it corresponds with these two marks on the board over here. And it blocks those lines and probably way too many other lines, but we're gonna go with it, and I am gonna see how that impacts the picture on this. Got this cable in there. We're gonna snap that down. I am gonna put in HDMI over here and power, and we're just gonna see if it works. So I just flipped this around, and that I mean, looks absolutely perfect. It's coming off of here. I think it was, some of the issue was the HDMI cable. Now I haven't got the backing on here. I'm gonna go ahead and put all of that back together, but right now that is spectacular. Looks so much better than what it was before. So for example, we have something that was completely worthless before that just took a little bit of time on YouTube to figure out what was wrong. Got it all set up now. It looks a lot better, and all I had to do was just move that tape across, block some of those clock lines, and make sure that wherever the short was on that controller board, no longer is causing any issues on that. And sometimes that just happens. You have heat, you know, sometimes it exhausts the capacity of a capacitor to function, or maybe a diode, you know, goes bad. But any of those things, they're just simple plug and play components. And especially if you're like my brother and you're really good with soldering things and you're really good at building your own boards, maybe something to think about fixing TVs like this that people want to get rid of all the time. This is the second TV I fixed. The other one I have is a plasma TV at home. Just pulled it out. I had a pop capacitor that was bad, ran through things with my tester here. And so a TV that normally you would throw away, it's not super expensive. It's a $500 TV. Now I kept, and we've got another one in the front room. So it's great. This one I'm going to use as a monitor in the office. Not that there's anything wrong with a laptop monitor, it's just, it's so much better to be able to see things like that. So thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed this.